All right, what is going on, entertainers? So Sam Coppell with another video. We talking Justice Cabaret, Texas, episode 3. Okay. By the way, y'all, I'm finna make another intro with Ghetto Fantasy because y'all know that's one of my favorite tracks that Joseline made. Fantasy, Ghetto Fantasy, my body calling for you. I want to hear you scream. Come on and spin that check. Ooh, baby, you gotta. Watunku Cabaret is Joseline. And this bitch, you know I can do play. Like, I'm gonna do a video to that because it's like, we need to do the whole dance breakdown, the spreading of the legs, get the money, pop the piss. Like, it's coming. It's coming very soon. All right. So, Chinks and Lexi fighting. Them some two big burly girls. Like, God damn. The way it was like, perk, perk, perk. Every time they fight, Joseline moves to the other room because she just don't want none of that smoke, which I don't blame her because those are some big bitches. Okay? Now, this whole pimp storyline, though, the only way to resolve this, we need to bring the pimp to the shop. We need to invite him to the cabaret, okay? Because Joseline needs to have a pimp to pimp sit down. Joss is a pimp. He's a pimp. That way they could talk it out and the girls can make amends. That's the only way I could see it happening. Both of these girls are pretty as hell, by the way, so it's a shame that they're kind of fighting over some whole life beef because both of them to me are too pretty to be some hoes, okay? So it's kind of sick how they're really fighting over some old pimp life beef, especially Lexi, because she said she's not even in that lifestyle no more, okay? She don't do them type things. So the girls are getting ready to go to Sakai, which is like a pool party type of scenery that's outdoors or whatever. And while the girls are getting ready, we get introduced to Jigsaw. Okay, well, we were always introduced to her, but this episode we really honed in on Jigsaw, aka Saw. Listen, shout out to Isis for calling that girl Jigsaw, because listen, Kay is not ugly. But her face is Jigsaw-ish. It's very like Quagmire friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quagmire is very shapely and constructed, okay, and analytically built and curved. That's how Kay's face is. So Jigsaw fits the bill. They get on the bus while some of the girls nervous as hell because the bus is where they thumped this season from what it looked like. And on the way to the pool party, Oceans is basically popping her ish about how she feels like Wet Wet shouldn't be brought back. Wet Wet had all these seasons to get herself together. Wet Wet, couldn't get herself together, and all these times she has nothing to offer. Here's the thing, my defense to Wet Wet. Wet Wet's first season, she did not get paid that much. She did an interview with Tasha K and said she barely got paid that much to even do the first season. It's your second and third season where you're really making a coin. So let's not act like, she came out balling the first season. Especially when Zeus wasn't, it was popping though. Get me wrong now, but it wasn't like to its height like it is now. So like not too much on Wet Wet. And Oceans, to me, you giving a lot of Daisy. Daisy had a whole lot of loyalty to Joseline. And look where that got her. Okay? A Doon Cha-Cha. A literally Doon Cha-Cha. A douche. Okay? She ended up doing a diss and end up not being on the cabaret no more. So having all this undying loyalty, it only lasts you for so long. Okay? Because we all know how Joseline gets. She feels like anybody who disrespects Joseline should not be there. And, Wet Wet doesn't have a lot to offer. I don't think Wet Wet should be the house mom. I will say that. I just don't feel like she's mature enough to be the house mom. Dustin Joseline. Child, Wet Wet said, I don't care what nobody's saying. That to me is going to be one of the funniest moments around TV we see in a minute. Is Wet Wet, Dustin Joseline. Next thing you know, Queen Envy lets us know she's very grateful to be here because before she got up in the show, her car got shot up. Okay, she said she was with a boyfriend or something like that, and I guess the boyfriend's in the gang life, and it got her caught up in some mess. This I'm telling you, you can't be surrounding yourself by anybody because that's how you get caught up quick. Like That's a big fear of mine. That's all. No. Okay. That's how I get caught up really quick. So thank God she's still alive. And it kind of reminded me. I remember K Capri when K Capri said that she had that DV situation before she went on the show. I'm telling Chicago's nothing to play with. I lived there and left there quickly. Okay, Chicago is like a demon place of gang violence. That's all that it is. Guns and pizza. It's no. It is nothing to play with. A lot of people think it's like a joke, and like it's not. I'm telling you, it makes other cities look like child's play. So they get to Zakai, y'all, and y'all, it was nothing but punani popping, titty shaking, just booty and ass just everywhere. They just shaking their big day because they beat, 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 they boop, 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 boop. Okay. Monica, the BBW Mexican girl, she felt a little uncomfortable because she felt like she didn't have enough space to wiggle her wagon. Okay. So Joss is on the stage. She's just like, okay, who wanted a fucking party? So then the girls come out. She like, welcome the bad bitches and the new cabaret. Them bitches not safe though, okay? Them bitches not safe. Them spots not secure though, okay? The girls all come out. They looking all good. One thing about this cast, they bad. They bad. Big, small, skinny, or tall. They all bad. They all came to the pool party. They started dancing. Some of them get in the pool. I feel like this challenge was like a vibe check. Like, who passes the vibe check? That's what I feel like this challenge really was about. So some of the girls passed it, some of the girls didn't. A couple of girls was shaking their ass, and some of the girls were sort of just standing there looking pretty. So Jocelyn took it upon herself to put a little spice in this. This is what makes this season so good because you can tell it's not heavily produced. Although I think these two girls that Jocelyn put in the house were kind of precasted. I don't think that the plan was outright done from the beginning. I feel like they probably got picked, and then she was like, "Okay, if y'all want to make it that bad, y'all not gonna be on the show to begin with, but come to this pool party, and then we're gonna see how y'all turn out and y'all get on the show." So they shaking their big day because they're like beat, 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 beat. Josh is like, oh, look at these two bad bitches. Look at she's showing pussy. Look at these big two bad bitches. I think you know what I think I'm finna do. I think I'm finna invite two more bitches to the cabaret because that's just what I feel like doing. Okay, so she ends up inviting these two girls that's shaking their tootsies. One of them was super turned. The one with the long, I think she had like little braided mermaid braids. Her, that bitch was turned because she was just popping it. Okay, just on. Now the other girls feel away because they feel like how could they get casted and they didn't have to go through the same process they had to. I'm not gonna lie, I would have felt the same exact way because bitch, y'all had to audition, do this, get away from family for a little bit. So it's sort of like they really did put in the work. So I would have felt. So the girls leave the pool party and they're on the bus and things get a little messy, okay? They start talking about some of the stuff that went down during the party, and Mrs. K decided to confront Isis. Child, I don't know if Isis got spooked by Kay's face so close to her, but apparently Jocelyn was like, hey, it's time to leave the motherfucking section. We gotta go, okay? So then Miss K was like, oh yeah, Isis, let's go. Isis turned around and said, oh, I guess from Miss K's face, and it spooked her. So she was like, don't be touching up on me like that, okay? Who dare you tell you touching up on me like that, right? It was like that. So I guess Kay felt like she was trying to like bully her, and she felt like she was starting up stuff. I will say Isis doesn't have the nicest demeanor, and I don't think it's gonna work out for her in the cabaret. Because one thing Jocelyn don't like is a black woman that stands up for herself. Okay, Jocelyn gets very irritated quick, so it's like I don't know, Isis. I don't see it ending well for Isis. It's given very much Amber, okay? And we all saw what happened to Amber. Just a little bit. I just get that a little bit from her. that, it might not end the best for her. But apparently, Miss K kind of got over it. She kept standing up and sitting down, standing up and sitting down, like she was damn near doing squats. And I'm like, now, if ISIS popped your face back into construction, you couldn't even be mad. If she popped them fillers out your cheeks, you couldn't even be pissed. She ends up kind of twerking on her and getting over it because, damn well ISIS would tear her up a new one and literally tear her into a new face. So the next thing you know, we get Raven. So Raven calls out Monica, right? Which is the heavyset Mexican girl. She's just like, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like you don't got that much energy. Everybody was turned up, but you. So like, what's up with you? Like, I was rooting for you. You're a big girl. You're supposed to have that energy. Like, what's up? Okay. Monica's like, I don't care what none of you bitches have to say about me and me dancing, because guess what? I did my ish, and if I go home, it is what it is. Because I came here and I'm representing me. And if me is not showing shaking ass, then I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I'm just like, you came on the wrong show, Monica. You belong on TLC. And don't think the show that I'm talking about is what I'm talking about now. You belong on WeTV. Like, that's why Zeus isn't for her. And it's okay. Okay? I wouldn't be on there except for Zeus acting. That's the only one I would do. But besides that, the other shows, it's like, you just got to know what's for you. I'll be caught dead being on a Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to know what fits your gig. And it doesn't fit Monica's gig. Like, she literally showed up to the pool party in a minute. Not gonna lie to Raven, has she knocked you something silly, bitch, you couldn't even get mad because you called her out in front of everybody, okay? Even though everybody felt the same way, they were acting scary and they didn't want to say it. If she popped you, it would have been a bad day for Raven, okay? She would have appreciated that choke slam after Monica sat on her. The way she was talking in them confessionals, you could tell she could whoop ass too. She was just like, I see that bitch. She was trying to little girl me. Okay. Ain't nobody little girling me, bitch. I was like, ooh, she give me very much prison tease. Like them big bitches that be up in the prisons that be hitting on shit. That's Monica. She big. You could just see it. Like, yeah, I'm glad she went home. Because Raven, you would have had to go to Dexter's laboratory after she whipped that ass. We get to what I like to call eliminations, okay? The eliminations, y'all, Joseline has them all lined up on the stairs. Joseline, though, you should have been giving out like a necklace or something. Let me tell you what you need to do. You need to give out lips. Like lipstick of like a lip or something like that. Come up with something cute and cunt. And you really, the way Joseline really should have did it, even though I love this episode and I love this season, she should have told people one by one who's safe. And then at the end be like, so, Monica, I'm not gonna lie, you're a big bitch, but I don't think you pop your pussy enough. Feisty. Your name Feisty, but you quiet than a motherfucker. How you got that name? So two girls stand before me. Which one is not gonna move to the cabaret? And then pick the girls out the two. That's how you should have did it. That would have been raw. Okay? Instead of doing it where, you say such and such you eliminated, such and you eliminated. Like, it would have been more kind. Like, it would have been really a key as she did it like that. Like, next top model vibes. Tell about, say, Danny, you a scoppy dog, but you safe. Come get your lipstick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a key, but I appreciate Joseline because she at least changing it up. That's why I appreciate with the season, because at least we didn't do exactly what you did last season. One thing about me, I'm always giving bitch her props. So shout out to Joseline. I could key and laugh at ha all at her at once, but I'm always giving bitch her props on this dude. Like, shout out to her. She really did her big one this season because she actually listened to us and applied the changes. Anyways, we get introduced to these two new girls. One of them is named Hennessy. And I'm like, here we go again. Hennessy from Las Vegas, Cabaret. Eat your heart out, bitch. Joseline tried to replace all of the Cabaret girls by name. First, we had Lexi Gold, replacing Lexi Blow, and now we got Hennessy replacing the other girl again. I'm like, damn. Okay? Now she's a baddie. Okay? She is a baddie. She says she's a dancer, and she's an international dancer. Move over, Mariah. We got Hennessy, bitch. You're not the only international superstar anymore. The next new girl we got is called Rose. Now she is only 21 and looks every bit of 27. She looks really, really good. She's another one that's a baddie. Joseline apparently found these girls at the pool party. Now I don't really believe she just picked them up at the pool party. They packed up all their bags and just moved in. Now I do think this was a little pre-planned, but I think it was like a maybe. But when she saw how much they turned up, she said, "Hey, why not? Wet, just opened up a spot in the house. There's an empty bed." Even though Wet came right back. Shout out to Wet. I'm officially a fan. I'm officially a stan of Miss Wet this episode. So Jocelyn basically starts to ask, like, what's the beef, okay, between some of the bitches. And she's like, so like, Danny, I heard you was like getting into it, and you, Drea, like, what's up with you? What's up with you and Isis? Because I heard some things, like, what's going on? Drea goes with her, Drea, you're an entertainer and I love you, okay? Because I think you're one of the best dancers there. But your voice is aggy as fuck sometimes. No shade. I love you, Mookie Butt. Don't take this show personal. I just do my recaps. We move on. You know I don't do too much. But her voice is like nails on a chalkboard. No shade. She was just like, but like, no, it's the entitlement for me. I don't like you. What do you mean? You are so entitled and you're rude as fuck and you put your opinion where it don't matter. And I'm like, oh my God. She starts to freaking go at it with Isis. And I don't know if Isis took a sleeping pill or what, but she was barely ready. She like, man, I don't care. Yeah, bitch. Entitled, well, I'll beat your ass. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not going nowhere. I don't need you to teach me to dance. I could do doom cha cha. I doom cha cha my fist across your face. Fuck is you talking about? Like, she was just like no energy. Like, she was not giving Drea no attention. Child, next thing you know, Drea and Danny start going at Isis. And then Danny decides to talk about how Drea, about how the girls look a mess and they don't look well put together, whatever, and says she got customizable panties. Bitch, Danny, you was standing there looking like damn near Michael Jackson. Thriller looking ass. Mama, you said, please don't even talk. Like, Danny really irritates me. Y'all know how I feel about her. I don't like Danny. I never did, and I probably never will. So she ends up getting into it. Isis, I will say though, Isis, that outfit though was not the tea. Everybody was channeling Michael Jackson. Okay. Danny was challenging Thriller. Okay. Isis was giving, do you remember the times when do you remember the time? Like, Isis was giving Mike Jack, do you remember the times he's with outfit? With the gold, with the shang-a-lang-a-lang. I wasn't feeling it. So, Danny had a point, but your outfit wasn't it either. So stop with your bejeweled panties. Bitch had rhinestones in them and all that. Anyways, she ends up getting into it. Isis. Isis steps down. I'm so mad Isis got Drea. You should have went for Danny. You know Drea no damn fighter, okay? You should have went for Danny. I would have liked that. Get her. But she ends up getting Drea. When I tell y'all she clocked Drea don't even do voodoo no more. That's how hard she clocked her. I'm talking about she should bow straight in her mouth. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, she got you good, Drea. Drea's like leaking at the mouth. I'm talking about just looking crazy. They pulled Drea off to the side, and Isis, y'all, let me tell you, Isis is about like 3-0 at this point. Y'all might want to leave that girl alone. It might be a good idea. Okay? Next thing you know, I guess Kay, there was no longer a game of Jigsaw going on, so she decided to become Jigsaw and wreak havoc in Isis's life. Isis apparently, which the cameras didn't catch, she had one arm and hand that was messed up. Her hand was really swollen, while the other hand was free. So I guess when Miss K came up trying to talk her ish, she popped the filler back into the other cheek. So now one of Kay's cheeks are thicker than the other. And that's how we got the Jigsaw. I was like, damn. My whole thing is with Kato, like, why would you try to fight her now when the girl's already angry and her hands messed up? That was kind of weak to me. Like, you know what you're trying to do. You trying to do that because she's a little bit at a weak point right now, and she can't really squabble to her best advantage. So you took advantage of the moment, okay? You knew exactly what you were doing. I'm talking about it was so bad. They ended up having to tell Drea. They had to ask Drea to go to the hospital because the girl lip was busted open. Johnson said, "Bitch, I can see your throat through your lip. Bitch, I can see your dentures. Okay, I can see your gum. You need to go to the hospital. Okay." Drea's like, "No, I don't want to go." Johnson like, "Listen, if you know what's right for you, you're gonna do what's right. You're gonna go to the hospital. Okay." So she's basically telling her to go. I guess Drea didn't want it her to have the badge of, oh, you know, a bitch sent me to the hospital. But girl, you needed the medical care, okay? Your lips was leaking. Thank God you didn't look as bad as DTB, but you was a close second, girl. So that damn Isis's hands are lethal, all right? So Joseline kind of calms Isis down. She was still pretty angry. I would love to see Isis versus Egypt if that were to happen on the show. So we get back to eliminations, right? So Jocelyn starts kind of asking the girls why they should stay. She asked Monica, the big girl, like, "Hey, why should you stay?" She's just like, "So like, you know, I'm still warming up, and like, I didn't like, you know, her approach, Raven, when she's saying that." You know, she thinks I should do a little bit more because I'm representing for the big girls and stuff like that. Y'all act like Envy Tori not big too. That's a big bitch too. There's two people representing the BBWs. Monica's just a bigger BBW. She BBBBW. Okay? That's the only difference. I'm just saying. Now, I do think, though, that Jocelyn did right by sending her home. So then she starts to kind of get to the new girls and then the OG girls. I was so happy at this because I'm like, finally, somebody's getting daddy's ass. She's like, so like, why should you bitches stay here? Okay, because like you bitches, you guys left and then came. Diamond, why you think you should, you know, you should stay? Diamond's like, you know, I was pregnant last year and like you not right for you. You my nigga. We all some niggas, and you know we gonna be them niggas. Yeah, I want to be here. And then she gets to Danny. Danny couldn't even take out a word. She's like, think about what you're gonna say. Cause me and you always say some dumbass shit. Okay? You thought that bitch Drea, that bitch who beat up Drea and got into it with Drea is my friend. I don't know that bitch. How you think I know that bitch? I should cut you here. I was like, I screamed. Thank you. Okay? Cause you could tell Daddy is ignorant and she just be starting up stuff. And you gonna go down the raw road, Danny, messing with Jocelyn. Ask Daisy and them how that ended up. I'm telling you, she gonna slap the fire out your mouth. Harder than she gonna hit wet next week. So you might want to tread lightly with that. I thought y'all supposed to be gang. Team Jocelyn in this bitch. Don't seem like it no more. So she's reading Danny her rights, and then she was like, you know, all you bitches is immature. You, Danny, Drea, all you bitches immature. Raven, you be playing with Diamond Pussy. Like, y'all just play too much. I don't know about you bitches, okay? So she gets to the eliminations, and she eliminates Monica. Cut. Get her up out of there. And Monica feels as if, you know, it was a lit, you know, season. She feel like, you know, she did the best she could. And then next, she gets rid of Feisty. See, I didn't agree with this. That girl with the blue hair had more potential. She needed more time to cook. I like her. She was really pretty, too. Jocelyn ends up getting rid of her. I just feel like maybe it's because she wasn't causing drama. That's sort of why Jocelyn got rid of her, to be honest, because I don't see a reason as to why she really like had to go like that. But it is what it is. Next thing you know, Jocelyn's like, wait. We got somebody at the door. Somebody want to come in. Enter Miss Wet. Wet looked like a wet dog that got left in the rain. The girl looked literally wet. She looked soaked. Like, did you just get caught up in the rain, Miss Wet, and you ain't had no umbrella? Because she just came in like, this Wet. Wet just came through like this. She came through, So then Jocelyn's just like, okay, with Sweatway, like you going through something. What's wrong? You good? So she starts to basically cry and give Jocelyn a hug because of her son. If you guys don't know, Wet's son is special needs, and that's something she's opened up about with on the show. So I'm not just exposing her business for nothing. It's on the show last season. Half of y'all didn't watch it, so y'all probably didn't know. So I guess she's been dealing with that a lot, which is really sad. That's why I didn't agree with her talking about Andrea's parenting, because bitch, you should know how it is. So for you to bring it up, that's why I didn't agree. A lot of y'all didn't agree with me with that, but I just feel like knowing Wet situation, she shouldn't talk about something like that. That's just my opinion. So it was nice to see Joseline comfort Wet. It was extremely nice to see her comfort her. So shout out to Joseline for doing that. Now it doesn't last long for next week after she decides to use the Swiffer duster on her ass. Okay. But she then reveals, okay, you could go back to the house. Wet's like, yes, but guess what? You're not eligible for the 50K, okay? Wet drops to the ground. She throws the wig to the floor. She like, I'm die, be born again, die, be born again, before I do a song with you, ho. Okay, she do one of those. What made Wet think she was eligible for that 50K? You barely eligible to be a part of the season. What made you think you was eligible to be a part of the to compete for the prize earnings? Like, come on, Wet. Okay, you know the producers is the ones pulling for you to be on this show. It's not even Jocelyn, really. So the next day, Oceans and Raven and Envy are sitting there, and they're talking about how they do not agree with the two new girls being there, and they feel like they didn't really earn their spot. Drea ends up joining the girls, and then also one of the new girls ends up joining as well as the other new girl, right? Also, I will say, Jocelyn killed me. That bitch brought up, during the eliminations, she brought up horoscopes. The reason why Isis and Drea don't get along. Let me find out that you do crystal balls, Jocelyn. She talk about, the reason why you don't like that bitch, because she's a Scorpio and you're an Aquarius. So like Scorpios and Aquarius, they don't really get along. I mean, look at my nigga ex baby daddy Stevie. I mean, like, that nigga fuck out Scorpio. And I think Stevie was a Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know his sign in the comments. I'm speaking off of purely assumptions. I think that's why Jocelyn knows so much about that sign, because she knows tea when it comes to that. Okay, so the two new girls end up joining the scene. Next thing you know, they start kind of confronting the girls about why they shouldn't be there, and how they didn't really like earn that. So Oceans is telling the new girls, she's like, I don't think you should be here. I don't think y'all auditioned for it, which they said they didn't audition. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel the same way. Like, let me be on the reality show, we compete for money, and they just bring two motherfuckers in that didn't even audition. Bitch, I'm gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna like you, because it's like, no, I had to earn my way here. You just got it. I'm competitive, y'all. I'm extremely competitive. I hope y'all know. Some of y'all know. But next thing you know, Envy gets up and says, not gonna lie, y'all sweet and all, but square the fuck up. She starts booka baka boo. I'm Raven. She said, this ghetto. I like Raven now. I'm not gonna lie. She's funny. It was ghetto as shit. What's fighting them gonna do? Jocelyn is the one that's gonna eliminate them. So all you're doing is injuring yourself possibly. Envy, you done almost got shot up. So you might want to sit down, Bookie Butt. Okay? And the episode kind of ends off there. They do have a right, though, to feel away, because there's a lot of people that audition for these shows, or reality shows in general. Like, I flew out to Big Brother by like 2-3 times, and I still ain't made the show. Like, bitch, I ain't even watching the current season because I feel away because I'm not on that bitch. Because it's like, I deserve it. Right? Let me know what y'all think down below. And we all babies. And Wet. Listen, the moment I see Wet in the main outfit, I said Jocelyn gonna hit her. Like, it's just something about the game. I want to get hit. Just something about the maid outfit. Wet said, yes, Jocelyn. Listen, I don't care. Jocelyn had the right to hit her, because you could tell Jocelyn gave her a few seconds for her to take away the fucking sweeper off her feet. I mean, off her face. And she still didn't take heed to that. So you did deserve it, Wet. I'm sorry. Oh,
No personal thing.